Hello, and welcome to Cindy's Corner. Boys and girls, have you ever thought of a dog as in a science experiment? This is going to be a fun story. All right, if you have the Max and Zoe, the science fair, go get it so that you can follow along. It is a little short chapter book. It is a level 2-5 for my AR testers. 2-5. Max and Zoe is our title page. The Science Fair was written by Shelley, Swanson, Sateren. Illustrated by Mary Sullivan. Our table of contents, we have, just pick one, Dog and Science, and the Experiment. Chapter 1. Max and Zoe met at the library. "Try this book next," she said. Max studied the book with the science experiments. "Nothing fun in this book either," he said. "Our science fair topics are due tomorrow," Zoe said. "These are all so boring," said Max. "Just pick one," Zoe said. "It doesn't have to be perfect." "But I want my experiment to be the best," said Max. "Okay, good luck," said Zoe as she grabbed her books and left. Max was frustrated. He didn't want to pick a boring project. Max went home and searched for more ideas. "All boring," he groaned. "You have to pick something, Max," his mom said. Look at him all cuddled up. Max frowned and went to his room. Buddy curled up on his lap. Mac gave Buddy a big hug. "You understand me, don't you, Buddy?" asked Max. "Woof," said Buddy. Max thought for a minute. Suddenly, he sat up, jumped off his bed, and ran downstairs. "Mom," he yelled, "I have the best idea for my science experiment." "Finally?" his mom said with a smile. Chapter 2. Dog and Science. After dinner, Max and his mom researched together. They found lots of cool science experiments about dogs. Max was so excited. "That one," cried Max. "That is the best one. It will prove that Buddy understands me." Max grabbed the phone and called Zoe. "I'm going to test how Buddy reads people's faces," he said. "What are you talking about?" asked Zoe. "For my science experiment," said Max. "Cool," said Zoe. "But you'll need to test other dogs too, right?" "Oh," said Max. "Good idea." "I know lots of families with dogs," said Zoe. "I can help you." "Thanks, Max." He hung up the phone and looked up more information on dogs' behavior. At last, Max began to write in his science fair journal. Once he started writing, he couldn't stop. Max knew he had the perfect experiment. He couldn't wait to test all the dogs. Dogs and science, my two favorite things, Max said. Look at his dog. Chapter 3, The Experiment. That Saturday, Max and Zoe rounded up 7 dogs from friends. Max got the dogs settled with some treats. Then the experiment began. Zoe took her place on one end of the couch. Max hid on the other side of the couch. "Buddy's first," he whispered to his mom. She brought Buddy into the living room. It's like he's hiding, isn't it? Buddy stared at Zoe. Zoe stared at Buddy. Then Zoe frowned and looked mad. Buddy ran to the kitchen. Max took notes the whole time. Then Mom brought Buddy back into the living room. Zoe stared at him again. Buddy stared back. Then Zoe smiled widely at him. Buddy ran to Zoe and jumped on her lap. Mom and Zoe followed the same procedure with all the dogs. Each time, Max watched closely. He took careful notes and recorded the dogs' reactions. "Wow," he thought. "Most of these dogs do understand people." On Monday night, Max was ready. So was Buddy. Max told the crowd, "Dogs can read people's faces, eyes, and hand signs. Watch Buddy read my face." Max stared at Buddy for a few seconds, then frowned. Buddy covered his head. Everyone clapped. "Thank you," Max said. "Woof," Buddy barked. "Dogs really are a boy's best friend," Max said as he hugged Buddy. "Woof, woof," Buddy barked in agreement. Now, maybe you can try this if you have a dog. If you sit there and you don't say anything, and you look like you're mad, will the dog come and lick your face? Or will it just turn around and go away? Or if you smile and just give it a nice smile, don't say anything, just smile, will it come lick your face? If you have a puppy dog, I want you to do this experiment at home. And then tell me in the comments and tell your friends what happened with your dog. Did they come and lick your face when you were frowning? Or when you were just staring at them with not a nice face? Or when you smiled, a happy smile? Did they come and lick your face? What did they do? Or did they run away? Tell me in the comments what your dog did. Isn't that fun? Didn't think of a science experiment being about a dog and being that fun. Yeah. What would you predict your dog to do? You can make a hypothesis. That's what you think's going to happen. And then you test it, what really happens is your conclusion as the experiment, what happened. I can't wait to see your comments. And if you're in the science experiment, tell me what happens. I hope you enjoyed our science fair lesson. And if you're doing a science fair, maybe you'll do a dog project. I hope you enjoyed this and you give it a thumbs up. And make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Make my day. And most important, don't only give your dog a hug, tell somebody else you love them and give them a hug. Have a great one.